Yeah.
2 notes. Nice.
Straight from the streets of where?
Guatemala.
Guatemala.
So you just bought that?
Dude, I just bought it.
What's that one called?
Dude, I don't know.
We were thinking about doing the game
totem
show
pole.
of guess the name of the instrument.
Also, are you like spending yourself out of house and home just to supply instruments for this pod?
Dude, my kids have not eaten for like a week.
What is the name of that instrument?
From the looks of it, it looks like a totem pole with 2 slots to hit.
Like a didgeridoo that you hit.
More like a didgeridoo.
Am I right?
Got it. This little beauty was sold to me by a Guatemalan street vendor.
Oh, did you haggle a little bit?
Dude, it's the best.
It's so fun.
I felt like a baller going up to these like old ladies in their shops and be like, no, I'm not
shortchanging them.
I was like, how much does it make you to make that? And stuff, all in Spanish.
How much did you get it for?
It was like
You have no idea. It wasn't
16
even
bucks
USD.
or something.
You gave
$16, dude, you got
16
ripped
American
off.
dollars.
I did. This
You
guy,
bought them like 10 houses with that one
dude,
purchase.
You just made someone rich.
He wasn't even in like the market, and the guy leading our trip didn't tell us that like, hey, you're gonna get off the bus and these people are gonna try and sell you stuff. Wait till you get to the market because you get better prices. So this guy was like, give me 100 quetzales for it. I was like, no, dude, I'm not doing that. And then another guy came. I was like, I'll give you 75. And he's like, no, it's 100. And then another guy walked up and just started giving him money. And he was like, all right, I'll do the both for 200. I was like, I don't want to do this. But at that point, he had already given him the money. And then I had to pay this kid. And
What was the name of the village in the market?
the place we were at was, have you been to Guatemala?
Yes.
What's it starts with A,
I know what I can't remember the city I went to, but it's like the haggle city. It's like the touristy.
It's a tourist place.
Like super, everything's like bartering.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it. It's like really pretty.
It's cool.
Everything's
There's like castles and stuff there.
Yeah.
Cannot
remember what it's called.
I can look it up real fast, but you guys talk.
Dude, I haggled a like $2,500 leather jacket down to $500, and then I don't have $500 and left, and the guy was so pissed.
Dude, why would you do that?
Dude, that's crazy.
I just wanted to get the experience.
My gosh.
Dude, that's brutal. I once haggled like a whole box of toys down to like 25 cents once.
Nice.
It was crazy. They wanted like $7.
Was it a garage
and I
sale?
got it for yeah, dude. My niece was angry at me for taking all her toys. So,
I don't have signal, so we're gonna have to let it go.
oh, you want some Wi-Fi?
Just
Yeah,
give
what's
me
the
your
password
Google
again?
Maps.
Yeah. Why don't
Hey,
you-
what's up? This is Unsought Opinions with the Boys. It's been a while. We haven't really done it. Special guest, Luke. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
not a
This is-
You
special
might
guest.
remember
This is
him
your
from
first time on
years
the pod?
ago.
Not a special guest, a founding member,
When was the last time?
appearing very
No, give me your maps.
occasionally.
On the map.
So,
No,
what
I
have you
don't
been
even know how
up
to
to the
do that.
last 3 months?
The way that you're doing that is amazing. There's
A
maps right there.
lot of work, and I had a child, which is really awesome. So that's been busy. That's probably the reason why I haven't been here.
You don't even know
I don't even know what.
if that is the reason.
I said it's part of the reason.
Oh, I thought you said probably.
No, I said it's part of the reason. It's just busy time of work. I'm almost done with school. 3 weeks. Let's go. 2.5 weeks.
Antigua.
Yes, that's exactly where I was.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Why didn't
That's
you guys
funny,
just
we're-
ask me? I could have come up with that name.
I bought one of those, those like druggy hoodies, the ones that are like,
Oh, yeah.
The
I
drug
have
rug?
like 6 of those.
yeah, drug rug.
Dude,
I bought one
Dan's
there.
famous for the drug rug.
And a great
it
fire
is.
jacket.
Dude,
It's got so many burn holes in it.
Does it really?
Yeah, at this point.
From all the
Dude, that thing
drugs.
smelled so bad, and you wore it every day.
I caught it on fire when I was cooking one time. I looked down when I was making eggs. I was like, "Oh shoot!" So I started smacking myself.
How do you catch something on fire? It doesn't even spark.
No, it was sitting on my stove.
It's not like bacon that's throwing grease out.
No, it was sitting on the
Eggs.
burner.
Oh my gosh, dude. How long were you sitting on the burner?
I don't know. I saw it once the flames were there.
How tall are you that your shirt is just like draped on into your burner?
Were you leaning
6'1".
over the counter? Oh my gosh. It's really funny.
Was it the sleeve or the hem?
It was like this part,
Golly,
bottom.
dude, you're so tall.
It's like I burnt myself microwaving something. Oh my gosh.
Actually, I was just microwaving fish the other day, and my fish started shooting sparks everywhere. I guess
And
it's
you
from the
didn't
mercury
catch
or
on
something.
fire that time?
Wait.
No, I had the microwave glass in the way.
That's actually insane.
Jeez.
What was it, wrapped in tinfoil?
It was.
That's what it is.
No.
Dude, it's not the mercury, bro.
Dude, I took it out of the foil first.
Can we just talk about?
But listen, mercury is a very highly concentrated chemical or metal in fish.
You put some fish in tinfoil in the microwave.
Time out,
Guys,
It's not mercury.
He said, "No, it was the tinfoil, bro."
No, the tinfoil is not what sparked. It was the mercury. Trace amounts of mercury.
I
No.
can see Dan like, man, what is the problem here? I don't understand.
There must be mercury in this wrapped up hot dog.
Mercury's a real problem with all of our food.
We should pick it. No, a better question is why are you microwaving fish?
Yeah, dude. Once it's old, you let it go.
No, I've
no,
microwaved fish.
yeah.
Oh.
Everyone's microwave fish.
Dude, that's
you never
the-
packed lunch as like
Not fish.
He works at home
yeah.
But I'm on the road a lot.
But dude, you've never packed
without a
fish
microwave.
I would never microwave any kind of seafood.
You would throw it away.
if you don't have
telling
an
me if you had a
oven.
big
That's
old
why
sea-
they tell you
Hang on a
crush your
second.
seafood first. Save the sides for reheating.
You
don't-
have never like eaten
Wait, who
too
tells
little
you
at a
that?
seafood restaurant and just
Dude,
you've thrown it away every time.
Let me tell you what happened. When I was working at the restaurant, there was like a lobster order that went bad, or it didn't go bad, but it was the wrong table or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And so the
Wait.
manager was about to throw it away, and I'm like, "What are you doing?
Wait a
Don't
second.
do that." It's like a.
Is this
30
why you got fired for eating that lobster?
No.
Okay.
It was like $30-$40 plate or whatever. I was like, "That's
Yeah.
so stupid. Just save it." And he's like, "Give me $20 for it." I was like, "You're an idiot. Like you're gonna throw it away. Just give it to me." Ended up haggling him down because I'm a really great haggler.
Nice.
$10 for the plate.
Antigua.
But he said you can't eat it until you're off, and so he just left it in the window, and it's just in this heating window for like 3 or 4 hours.
I have a question. Did he let you know that you would have to wait until after your shift before you haggle the price?
No.
Okay, that's a tool move.
The dude was kind of a dirtbag.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah. No kidding.
Friend of
That's
the
such a
pod.
tool move.
anyway, so he is a listener, so just so we're all aware.
I don't like you, whoever you are.
Call in.
He's
We
a
have
great guy.
questions.
Keep listening.
So anyway, after the shift goes, I take the plate and I just crush it. It was like a surf and turf steak and lobster thing, and I crushed it. Immediately, I got the bubble guts.
Heck yeah.
It was the fastest I've ever got bubble guts in my life. So I go into the bathroom, and there's a little
Is it a public bathroom?
woman
Like,
who was not born in this country
Oh.
cleaning the bathroom.
okay.
I'm out of luck because the geyser is about to burst. So I book it at the same time. I was working at a fast food restaurant also in town that we're all well aware of.
We're sitting on the owner of that fast food restaurant's couch.
There you go.
Wow.
Book it there. Sprint in, and this is like it's gonna be a photo finish at this point. It's the worst.
That is not a
of
photo I want to
photo
see,
finish.
brother. You can keep that photo to yourself, man.
Check the links.
Sprint past the guitarist of my band who just finished cleaning the bathroom, and I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry.
Wow.
And destroyed it. And since then, I will not eat reheated seafood because it
Was it
messes with
reheated?
you.
Well, I think it was
Oh,
just sitting
oh.
out forever.
Yeah. Was it in the fridge?
No, it was under the heating lamp all night.
No. See, that's where your mistake was.
Yeah, but you like microwave shrimp or any kind of seafood and it becomes all rubbery and gross?
You still eat it, bro.
I disagree.
Yeah, you might still eat it, but you might regret it.
Yeah. You'll be making a trip to
Dude,
Chick-fil-A.
I've eaten
Mine
microwave.
tasted just fine.
If you throw it in the oven, it's not bad.
Oven.
Yeah.
I'll oven it or like toaster oven.
Yeah.
Small.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I will
But
not
wouldn't
microwave.
microwaves kill germs better than an oven?
No, dude, it just heats up all the mercury.
Well, that is true.
And the
And
tinfoil.
Hey guys, it's everyone's favorite time of week. Luke, how was your week, bro? Slash
good.
6 weeks.
Busy. I have a child now. and,
Hey, I don't think that we talked about it actually on the pod. I think we skirted
think
around
we
it.
never have, yeah.
We definitely skirted it.
Yeah, it's been skirted.
We definitely shrewded it.
Shrewded it. Yeah. So I don't get sleep anymore. It's great. It's great.
Sounds great. Are you still
No, it's amazing.
getting in fights with fires?
Yeah, dude.
How's that?
Exhausting. I'm ready to be done with school.
You put one out yet?
Dude, more than one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I might see you guys drive by all the time. Well, I mean, where I sit, the fire trucks are going past all day long. So I imagine you're in one eventually.
Once in a while, yeah. It depends. Yeah.
You're just in school.
Yeah, but there's one that's There's 2 training pumpers that we have.
Dude, I imagine your school is just like you saying "we" on the back of a fire truck.
Whee!
Yeah, like all
I
day.
wish. It's actually a lot of getting yelled at and almost passing out from heat exhaustion. So that's fun.
Dude, that's brutal. Especially this past week, dude. I can't imagine.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't
Do
even
you
here.
still have to
I know.
do you still have to put out fires in the heat like that, or do they give you off, like let you off?
No, dude. Yeah, it's actually hotter in the fire area. So
Oh, okay.
it's like 1,200 degrees in
Dude,
there. So
That's kind of rude, though. You think like if it gets that hot, they just say,
They don't
you know
want
what,
you to
guys,
get-
go on home.
Yeah.
We're not
It's
fighting
true.
fires.
that's
today.
volunteer life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And
Dan,
so it's fun.
How's your week, dude?
It was good. Right before you guys showed up, my dog scared away a snake, which was cool.
What kind of snake?
Dude,
Just a black snake, but it's pretty long.
can I tell a snake story?
Sure.
Yeah, dude.
Today, we were training, and we have a burn building, and it's like this burn building surrounded by a bunch of trees in the county. And we grabbed this little draft tank that we had to get. It was just sitting in the grass. Pulled it back. What is this snake? Oh, it's not a black snake.
A copperhead.
No.
Garter snake.
Garter snake. It was a garter snake. Like, as we pulled it back, about to just devour a little lizard and like 20 eggs the lizard was guarding. Like, it was going up on it, pulled it back, and it was like, oh. It was like, oh, gosh, humans.
Busted.
So, yeah, like, backed up. And, man, this little lizard, I thought it was a little snake, but it was actually a little lizard, and you could see like 10 of its eggs.
What kind of lizard?
I don't know.
Was it a skink?
I don't know.
The blue tail kind?
No. It looked like the snake. It looked like the garter
Oh,
snake.
so
It was like-
a fence lizard.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he had a bunch of eggs.
It might be a female
What is a
skink. 'cause
fence
those
lizard?
are brown and they look like snakes.
Oh yeah.
But dude, it was like we stopped a mass murder.
Dude,
Now
you,
that snake
you came
dies
across a
and there's a rat
Oh, some guy in our
infestation.
class grabbed that thing and like chucked it. I don't know what he did with it. Country boy just kind of like grabbed it in his hands, like in the head. You know, they have people grab a
Oh,
snake,
yeah, dude.
walked it away, and just kind of like chucked it.
Like,
My man,
you came across a gold mine, dude. Finding a lizard with eggs.
dude, we ate them all.
I've never seen
I've
that.
never seen that before.
Dude, I didn't know lizard even laid eggs.
It probably wasn't even its eggs.
thought they were full
It
on
was just
mammals.
about to eat birds' eggs. And you're like, wow, he's guarding his eggs with his life. It's just about to massacre a bird.
Yeah, was it in a bird's nest?
It was in the tree.
Yeah, yeah, they build nests out of like twigs and stuff. It's crazy.
It was
Luke,
crazy.
You were homeschooled, right?
For part of it, yes.
What was where were you when you learned about like the animal kingdoms and
Disney World.
The fauna. The fauna.
The tree of life.
the fauna? Yeah, that's funny.
The fauna. Not the fauna again.
Actually, I hear that word a lot now that you guys
Oh my
talk about it.
gosh.
Yeah, dude, it's like once I learned that word, or halfway learned that word, I realized that people have been saying it a lot. And like it's just like a word that I thought they misspoke.
I've never heard it until you guys talked about it.
Just an oops.
Now it's everywhere.
Dude, that guy said fauna. What an idiot. He's probably trying to say something else.
The other day we were driving in your car and you were trying to think of a word and I gave you a word and it was not the right word.
Oh yeah, was that when I was talking about the toenails?
I don't know what that means.
Toenails.
The toes with the fingernails?
No, the toenails.
Toads have
Like
nails.
the nails are like all bumpy and.
They have nails.
No.
Oh, it's a
Was that
nail.
not it?
That was-
It's a
that was
nail.
not it.
I see
It was
what
about
you're
like
saying.
Yeah,
Nail.
a
Gotcha.
toenail. It's a type of
when
nail.
people were like building things for God. Like I think I said like edifice or something.
Oh yeah, an
Some-
edifice.
Orifice.
And I said Ephesus, and you were like, no, that's
or maybe
a place.
effigy. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know what you said.
But-
I think you were right though, and I was wrong.
No, because I heard the right word afterwards, and I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever used that word in a sentence.
Were we both wrong?
No, you were right that there was another word, and I kept slamming the gavel that it was.
Sweet.
Anyway,
Well, yeah, you do that to me a lot. You make me feel stupid, and I end up being right.
this is the first time that's ever happened.
Yeah, that might have been the first time that ever happened.
I don't know what to do with my hands at this point.
So Ben, how was your week? Well, Dan, were you done with your week? Not really, because he snake
Yeah.
storied you.
I did.
No, I don't have anything.
I scary noodled
I don't think.
your story.
Nice, dude. I don't have anything either. How about you, Steve?
Nope.
Oh, I had to work on my roof in 97 degrees sun.
Dude, you're such a
Dude,
man.
what was the temperature difference on the roof versus off the roof?
Melt.
Melting.
Yeah, I had to
Dude,
paint one of
it's-
those metal roofs 2 years ago.
In the
when
sun?
like 100 degrees out.
Ugh.
So it must have been so hot up there, but
It's the
Yeah,
it's
that
the
was brutal.
humidity right now that's just killing.
Today wasn't too bad.
Today
though.
was not
Today was
bad.
really
This
breezy.
week has not been that humid.
Humid.
Humidity. But dude,
You know what's funny
dude.
though? Like people are going to hear this and be like, "Are they talking about the heat wave from like 3 weeks ago?"
Right.
Because we're like 3 weeks out right now.
I think we're 2.
Nice.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Or a week and a half.
We're like ahead on our recording
Either way, my
schedule.
grass is real brown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
I haven't been mowing because I was like,
Me
I'm waiting
neither.
for this to get a little bit more
I just
moist.
put
Yeah.
some
Moist.
Fix-A-Flat in my tires, and I don't even know if it worked yet because it hasn't rained.
No, it won't work if you just like the stuff that you
Well, I did.
spray
Yeah,
into
I
it.
drove around quite
Oh,
a
okay.
bit afterwards.
I was
but
gonna say, yeah. You're supposed to do 2 miles.
not 2 miles.
That's what the can says.
I think it said.
Wait, for what?
0.2 miles.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
What is that for?
For that
Fix
stuff
a
that you
flat.
spray into the like, it fills up your tire, but it also has like a
Oh.
gum in it, and it plugs your holes from the inside.
Yeah.
Dude, I was working on a roof one time.
It's
On
the cheese of tire.
I'm trying
This is
really
what
hard
you
not to talk over people, and I've had several things to say.
And yet you talked over everybody to let us know how you aren't talking over everybody.
Take your moment, Steve.
Do you
I was
use
on a
the
mission-
green kind?
This is what I meant by Dan.
My
just
man.
instantly talking
Dude,
over people.
No, Dan is doing
No,
that
that was not-
because
He's fighting back.
he always gets
Exactly.
he always gets zapped. by
Dan,
Steve.
Dan and Steve both do this thing where they raise their voice when someone else starts to talk to like.
I've never heard him do that. I've never heard that.
Gotta get your point across.
Anyway, I was on a mission trip one time, and we were working on roofs, and we were installing a metal roof, and my Converse melted to the roof.
Heck yeah.
Was
It
this
the
last
worst.
week?
No. Speaking of mission trips,
Yeah.
how was my week, you ask? No, I just I came back from Guatemala.
Dude,
and
so cool.
spent a week there as we discussed Antigua.
Did you go to the mall? On the way.
Not the Panama Mall, no. No,
Where-
we steered clear of that. But I did tell the story. We landed in Panama City, and it was supposed to be like a 30-minute layover. We run to our next terminal, and we look at the
That's
sign.
way too short.
And it was like in red, and it actually got bumped to like a 6.5-hour layover.
Nice.
So we were just sitting with a bunch of high school.
You could have
kids,
made
like, in. I wanted, if it was us again, we would have gone, but it was with a bunch of like high schoolers, so I didn't want to bring anyone to get shanked or stuff.
How many people did you have?
In our group, there was like 27 total.
Did you guys lead this trip?
What?
Did you lead this trip?
I was not. I was a leader, but I didn't lead the trip.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good spot to be.
It's a good spot to be. I didn't have to worry about anything.
No.
Just going. Dude, it was weird. Like, it's the first time in like 7 years that I wasn't with my family.
Oh, it was
which is
just
weird.
you?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it was like,
It's probably good to get away, huh?
it's the best.
Am I right?
Love you, babe. No, but it was like, it was truly, it was like time travel. Like, I don't know a better way to explain that, but it was, I became the person I was 7 years ago. Or
So
8
you had
years
to
ago.
apologize a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, I was very abrasive. No, but it was weird. Like, it was cool. I miss my family a ton, don't get me wrong. But it was like,
You instantly back to that, like, not worried about everything in our first world problems.
Yeah.
Back to.
like being able to just go and be with God a lot, or be
Yeah.
with the, like, invest in the kids
awesome.
and stuff. I don't invest in kids anymore at all. They suck. But no, but it was a really cool experience.
Dude, in this climate, it's really risky to invest in some kids. You know what I mean?
Dude, I feel you. While I was gone, I came home, and they let me sleep because I got back in at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I had gotten like 8 hours of sleep over the last 72 hours. So they just let me sleep, and I woke up, and everyone had gone to go do something, and I'm like in my kitchen, and I hear a meow coming from our podcast studio. I go and look, and my family, without telling me, had adopted a cat.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
And there keeps being animals in my house that I did not agree to.
You guys are always adopting things.
Dude, we can't stop adopting things. And this one I don't think that I'm going to be able to get rid of the way that I did for the other dog and the other cat.
Which was how?
I said,
Backyard.
this needs to leave. This time,
Where did they get that one? The new one.
The new one, they got it from mutual acquaintances of ours that own a school.
And that's a place in town? Or-
Yeah.
Who owns a school?
Your sister's.
I was gonna say
in-law.
it's something with your sister.
And so apparently they've been working on this for months while the cats are grown. They're like, Steven will be gone this time, so that's when we'll come and get the cat. So I'm not happy about it, and I think that is treason. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts.
Well, we got my dad a cat for
High
Father's
treason.
Day.
This last Father's Day?
Wait, but is it
No.
an outside cat like for the farm?
A long time ago. It just recently died last
Oh,
year.
yeah. Okay.
Is that the one that you ran over?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is one that's been around for like 15 years.
Yeah.
Oh.
So our dog died, and then we got that cat for him on Father's Day, like the next week, and he was not happy.
I could see that.
Dude, I had a guinea pig. I think I talked about it on here where the butt exploded and he died.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like some disease. And
Wait a second. Did you talk about it on here?
we've talked about
Hey,
it.
what's
Okay,
that called?
all right.
What's that called when that happens?
I don't
Butt
know.
explosion.
Stu, can you look that up? See if that's a
Gluteus
thing.
explosive.
Yeah, nice.
Did it eat lobster?
Yeah, it did. It was. I shouldn't have fed him. Anyway, so he died, and I'm like, this is my first pet that I'm like completely in charge of. And like a week later, my brother, who doesn't live with us, like shows up, and his girlfriend's like works at a pet shop, and they give me another guinea pig. I'm like, I don't want to take care of this thing.
Did you hear what happened to the last?
Exactly. Kind of traumatized on pigs. So, yeah, I don't like when people can't bring pets home.
Yeah, you shouldn't like. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should gift live animals, but that's a big commitment that you're making
No.
somebody
I
take
think
on.
it's the best gift exchange gift.
Dude, next time you do a white elephant, live
Yeah.
animal.
Just
My
just
God.
Everyone bring a different kind.
Dude, yes. Well, my brother got for his wedding gift. One of his wedding gifts was a golden, like a whatever that yellow lab.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was like, "What
am I supposed to do with
this?" Yeah, so he like had a dog for like 11 years that he.
Dude, and you're like going on a honeymoon. It's like, oh great, I hope you didn't have plans.
Yeah. We're going to pay someone $200 to watch our dog.
Oh
go to a
yeah,
nice pet
right.
resort.
It's like $500 in the
Yeah,
kennel.
you're
Hey
right.
Luke, while we're talking about paying people to watch their dog, I think I'm owed some back money. Then
What did you do?
I've watched your dog before,
You've let my dog out like twice in your whole life.
right? And so,
How many
if
dogs?
a
How
week
many?
is $100, I'll take $25.
How many dogs did you start with, Luke?
Dude, we actually, glory to God, we have downsized the dog.
Oh,
You
Where did-
have?
the little one?
She
Yeah.
died?
No.
Sorry, man.
No, she went to live with the in-laws.
Fishes.
went
Yeah.
went
Dang.
went to a farm upstate.
Hey, we actually had a dog go to a farm upstate.
Yeah,
So did
We
we.
bought a dog from a farm upstate.
You could buy this dog from
No,
the farm.
every child has.
But it's actually great. The house is much quieter, better, happy.
You still got a retriever, right? A golden retriever.
Yeah.
Dude, you're so
such a
My
mean to
daughter
that
will
little
miss her.
dog.
Dude, that rat dog, sorry, but that thing's.
Stu, you getting
that thing had to
anything?
go.
You getting anything on guinea
Thing had to
pig
go.
explosions?
Gluteus explosion is?
What?
Was something hanging out of it? That's a really
Guys,
good question.
What is the something? Is it like
It
a
didn't.
a
It didn't
pink
explode
sock?
like a firecracker. It just got like twice as big.
Wait, did
Oh,
it
so it
have,
got
did it
swelled up?
open
Question.
ever?
There was no inside out.
Okay.
It was just it like internally exploded. I guess.
Just on the butt?
Way less cool, but yeah, it was definitely the butt.
Oh my god.
Have you looked up? Have we talked about this? We probably have because it's so fascinating. But worms coming out of dogs.
Ew.
No,
Dude,
we're
it
ending this
is
conversation now.
spaghetti.
Stop, dude. I'm
Dude,
gonna throw up.
It's crazy.
You're gonna make me throw
Look
up.
it up, Stuart.
It's disgusting.
Bring that up.
Put it on the big screen.
Dude, yeah, we should be able to bring
We
that
have
up
a
on the big
like a
screen.
72-inch screen right
No,
here.
it's 70. Sorry.
Never mind.
Well, who makes
Keep
a
it off.
72 inch?
Is it even curved?
No, that's the other one,
It's
and
slanted.
it's broken. And actually, Stuart's got it, or he did. He probably threw it away. No, he's still got it. Nice.
Unbelievable. While I was in Guatemala, I'm looking over my notes. So.
Oh, dude, I'm so pumped that you made notes.
Yeah. While I was in Guatemala, there was like 2 different miracles that we witnessed. One of them so it was pretty cool. We the place that we stayed at was kind of like a resort for all these like rich people to come down and like see the work that they're doing and then give people money as like fundraising or whatever. So as a mission team, we got to stay kind of on the resort as well. And then we would go on a bus and drive like an hour and a half, and then get off the bus and get in the back of pickup trucks, and then drive another like 2 hours up this mountain. And so we would get to this like super remote village. They still had like cell phone service and internet, but it was like way hard to get there. They didn't have any food or anything, so we had previously packed bags and then brought it to them. So we had 100 bags and 100 Bibles to give to these people. And so each person comes up and like gets in line, and we are giving these families, and we don't know how many people are in the village or anything. We're just kind of giving them out, and it ends up the last person gets the last bag, and so it's like really cool. But the weird thing is, with each bag they had given a Bible too. But then after the last person got the bag, we still had like a whole stack of Bibles left to give. And so we were just like handing them out to these little kids and stuff, and they're running off and with their brother or sister and like just reading the Bible back and forth. And
That's
stuff.
awesome.
So it's like a weird like we counted the Bibles several times, but like God like just multiplied
That's really cool.
the scripture and stuff. So it was weird, but it was really cool to like see all these little kids just in their own pockets and like reading to each other God's word and stuff.
That was awesome.
So that was pretty cool. And then also while we were there, in that same town, they're going door to door evangelizing. Another team. I wasn't there, but it was our group, and they were like trying to evangelize into this house. And they go in, and like the woman's like cooking tortillas or something on like an open fire, and the smoke just starts like billowing in this in one of the pastor's faces that's with us. And the woman's not receptive, and there's like a chicken rooster crowing outside, and it's just like all this like spiritual oppression, warfare, and everything going on. And he was like, it was like just brutal. And so they left, and one of the girls was like, "Hey, there's a woman down below on like in the lower level. If you want to walk around and go talk to them." So they went around, and this chicken is still just like bellowing. There's a baby crying like in the room and stuff. And so they go in and they start talking to this woman, and she's like totally receptive. There's no smoke in this one. Apparently, the little baby had like they had removed the baby out of there, and the chicken had left. And so they're praying for this woman, and she prays the prayer and like devotes her life to Jesus and stuff, and is like crying, and it's all this stuff. And then after they say amen and finish the prayer, they realize that the baby was still in the room and the chicken was still outside or whatever. But there was like this cone of silence kind of thing that just like fell over the whole room to give them that like ability. Like none of them could understand it. They were all like, "This is so weird." Like, that's awesome. So it was like pretty cool. Like, no, like broken legs getting healed or anything like that, but like some pretty cool evangelism stuff that went down and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was pumped about it.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So not to say that my week was better than your guys' weeks, but
Sounds better.
no, it was cool. It was a good time. It like rejuvenated me. You kind of get in lulls for a while,
Don't do it.
bro.
Dude, what's a half hour?
I have to.
Okay, can I tell one last story?
Yeah,
before
please.
you leave.
Please.
Okay, so last night I show my kids. I'm like, "Hey, tell me if you recognize."
Is this story going to take 30 minutes?
No.
Okay.
I would love to stretch it out, but I don't have that. I was like, "Tell me if you recognize this band." So I start to show them. And they don't know who it is. They're completely gone.
What was the song?
It was called Overcome.
No.
I don't even know that.
You have a recording of that?
I found it on Facebook, dude. Ben Dub with a Willabong is an unbelievable rock star.
Yeah, I've heard.
And-
I'd love to meet
and
that guy
rapper.
someday. Yeah,
He-
dude. People underestimate my rap game.
He was like a
I have
rail.
bars, dude.
He was so skinny, being the front man of this. It didn't look like him at all. And then like Jason was drumming, and looked completely different, like a 10-year-old version of himself. And they just brought the house down. It was so good.
I remember one concert that we had. We were all in a band, by the way.
I was not in that band.
Do you
Yes,
realize
you
that was
were.
like 17 years ago? Is that possible?
That's
It's 14
insane.
years ago.
14 years ago. Okay.
That's crazy.
You were in the band.
Oh, that
I was
makes-
never
that
in your
makes
band.
sense. That makes sense.
You were never in my band.
I got to
No.
roll, fellas.
See you later.
Hey,
Lily.
All right,
like-
see ya.
Hey, continue the story. Love you guys.
Well, I just remember we were on stage, and all the kids were like, "Oh my gosh, they all have the best shoes. They're so cool." Except for that one guy singing. It was Ben, just covered in his like falling apart paint shoes. Hey, Luke, I'll see you in like 12 episodes. 12 episodes or so? Okay. All right, peace.
Hey, drive safe and
Don't hit my car backing out.
Hey, feel free to back into the grass too. It's totally cool. Yeah, man. All right, dude. We'll see you soon.
So yeah, it was a good time, and their jaws hit the floor when they were like,
I don't know who. I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
you being a
Wait, which band?
front man to
Who were you showing this to?
my children.
Oh, okay.
Because
Wait,
it's like
but Peter already knew about the band. He heard about the band. He's talked to me about it.
he's
at least.
like he knew about it, but then actually seeing it in practice, it's just it just seems like it goes against your whole deal to be a front man of a rock band, and you were like wearing
Skinny jeans
stylish
and stuff.
clothes.
All of Christian stuff.
Was it actually?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember we had to go to Ross and buy me new shoes right before the show too.
Nice.
It's really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, our style's not great.
No, that's so dumb.
I hate skinny jeans. They're
Oh.
so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I never got into skinny jeans, but I would wear slim jeans.
That might be what I'm referring to as skinny jeans.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, maybe not.
That might tell you where our
Yeah, I just
style
outed
game
myself.
is. Dude, we don't really know what we're talking about. They were
Skinny
too-
jeans were like painted on.
They were too. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
too tight.
A lot of the people in our
Definitely
crew
can't
was
wear
like,
that.
they were like too far.
Yeah. So I was reading a story right before this of this 125-year-old head in a jar.
No.
Yeah. And the story behind it is it was a serial killer's head that they just cut off when he died to study it. But he had, is that?
This is what Stuart just sent me about the dogs with worms. I think Steve's gonna throw up, dude. I can't even look at it anymore. Dude, this is not what I wanted. You
Wait,
should've
why
sent
is
this
it
to Dan?
Why is that stretched out like
It
that?
looks like a violin string.
Because that's somebody's hand with a tissue holding it out.
Oh, that's gross. Usually there's like 20 of them or more.
Stop. Stop.
Anyways,
Talk about the severed head, please. That my stomach's getting bad.
the severed head guy.
Dude,
I guess he was like a
You knew this guy?
no. He's probably like 130 by now. This is in Lisbon, Portugal. But
is it frozen or is it just in a jar?
it's like in a jar, kind of like Young Frankenstein.
Okay.
So
Do you say Frankenstein?
yeah,
That's
Dude,
the
like,
movie.
that's what it is.
I love it.
No, the movie is Young Frankenstein.
Yeah. I know. I just love it.
I don't understand.
Anyways,
Because because everybody always says Young Frankenstein. But
that actually does drive me crazy.
but when you say Frankenstein,
The
it
whole
just makes-
movie's
it just
about
makes-
him like correcting
Yeah,
people.
he
I
corrects
know.
people like constantly, and I love that. It's so funny, dude.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Anyways, that guy would just prey on farmers coming over a bridge. Well, he was a farmer himself, I think. And then realized that he made a lot more money just waiting on a bridge, stealing people's money, and then
Like a
tossing
troll.
them over the bridge and killing them over and over. So he killed at least 70 people that they caught him on. But then he started hiring bandits too to do it. And he was just making bank. But eventually they caught on to him and killed him and kept his head to study his brain.
But apparently they never studied it.
I don't know if they studied it or not. The article ended too early.
I had to pay the paywall.
Yeah, it's not happening. Not till funds start coming in.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. It's very interesting.
He looked like a nice guy though,
For sure.
like a kind of like a friar.
Was it green in the
No, it was like super white. You mean the liquid or the guy?
liquid?
No, it was like yellowish. Whoa!
Okay.
But his face was really white,
well, for
like
sure.
flushed.
Can't imagine why.
He was smiling though.
Was he really?
Well, yes, because his skin was kind of falling off. It just looked like a mask at Walmart or something.
Oh, okay. Dude, I just looked and saw the Very Hungry Caterpillar book for your daughter, and it brought me back to the worm thing, and now I'm nauseous again.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I couldn't look at it any longer.
Tell us about someone you grew up with, Ben.
Well, there was a worm guy.
Of course there was.
Yeah. That dude, he was always digging in leaves and stuff to try to find worms. And you know, like,
Was he a grown adult or a child?
I mean, he wasn't like my age, but he was probably 26, 27 at the time. And I don't know how he was making a living, but
Worming.
he was worming. He was worming. He was probably one of the last guys not like involved in some sort of worm farm. He was like out foraging for worms. You know what I mean?
When I was in New York at night, the night crawlers came out, and those things are massive compared to our worms
Those
here.
are
Oh yeah,
ginormous.
dude, I love it. Yeah, dude. After it rained, good luck finding the worm guy because he was in the woods somewhere trying to find some worms, dude. Give him like 2 days after.
How much is
good rain.
a little jar of worms these days?
Too much, man.
That's a good question.
I haven't
It-
bought
whatever
ones
whatever
forever.
it was 2 years ago, it's like 60% more.
Yeah. It's probably 356. Yeah. No joke.
Yeah, so there was a worm guy. I don't know. There's
mean,
there's a bunch of different people.
And that concludes today's trip down memory lane.
yeah. He also gave worms to the turtle guy.
Who's the turtle guy? I know you told.
Oh
wait,
yeah, you
no,
weren't
was I
here
not
for
there?
that.
We used to jam little grape tomatoes into the turtles' faces trying to feed them. They weren't really eating it, so then they'd retract and like jam it inside their shells as little kids.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on, eat these things.
Yeah.
I don't think they liked it.
My brother, when we were growing up in Fairfax, he found a busted sewage line, and the city like sent out like reporters and stuff, and he was like painted as some sort of hero in the city for finding this sewage line that was like pouring into a creek, and
You just stick his finger in it until someone came.
no, but there's this famous picture in our family. It's a famous picture of him like down. This is the one that was in the newspaper. He's like down in the creek, and he's pointing to this busted sewage line. And
Like, there it is.
It's just like it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
What a hero.
He's such a hero. Yeah, dude, he was awesome.
That's pretty gross.
good
Actually,
times.
we used to go into the sewer pipes and like crawl underneath shopping centers and stuff.
You did that,
Dude, it was pretty cool
dude. That's
when
crazy.
it's dry.
Did you ever do the pipes at JMU?
No.
You didn't? Dude, I went there for
Did
a
you?
minute and I did it. Yeah. Yeah.
Was it down at the bottom of the quad where you got on?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, JMU has all these like pipes, like 4 or 5 foot sewer pipes and stuff that run all through the campus.
But it used to be like corridors for like back in the day when it was like first built. I guess they would use them to go between all the buildings when it was raining and stuff out.
Like Disney World.
Yes. It was more magical back then.
Yeah.
No one knew where the professors came from.
Are they still maintained?
I guess. I haven't gone down there.
Are they
but
lit?
I think
Or are they
No.
dark?
No, no,
Oh
no.
man,
I think it's
forget
just
that. I'm not
pipes
going in
now.
there.
No, I think it's pipes. Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, there was like on on the premises of the place that we stayed at. It reminded me of what we're talking about. They were like building this giant mansion, and for some reason, like the dude ran out of funds or something, and he just stopped. So there's like this. It looks kind of like a castle, but it's like all made of cement and stuff, and it's just completely abandoned. And so one of the nights, the guys had gotten like a bunch of these fireworks from one of the local tiendas, and so they're off shooting them off, and they're not cool fireworks. It's just like sticks of dynamite over and over again.
Right.
So while they're doing that, I like took my phone on like video modes because now it like the new iPhones will shine the flashlight while you're videoing. So it's like you can now film in the dark and stuff. It's pretty cool. But I was like wandering.
Old technology.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why they didn't do it long or
Yeah.
whatever. So I'm going through and it looks like the Blair Witch Project. I'm just like searching like all these old rooms and stuff, and then you could like go look down an elevator shaft, and you're like, and then all of a sudden all these bats started swirling me, and I was like, oh dear Lord. But I'm around all these like high schoolers and stuff, so I'm like, I gotta play
gotta
it
act
cool.
tough, dude.
So then I just like walk back. I was like, hey, there's some bats back there if anyone wants to see it. They're like, what's wrong with you?
That is hilarious.
But it was like a really cool one of those like you're kind of freaked out to do it, but you still force yourself to do it, and it's like it's pretty dope.
I think there's like a old insane asylum down near JMU too that people go in that's like haunted and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure you had to break in, so
That's brutal.
also sketchy.
There's
Yeah,
one of those
Not worth it.
in Costa Rica that we went. It was like it used to be a children's hospital, and then it became a sanatorium, then it became an insane asylum, and then now it's all broken down. And like Ghost Hunters International came down because it's like supposedly a super haunted place. So we went during the day, and I'm like taking pictures in all these like dark alleys and stuff. But it was really creepy because there's a bunch of like, for some reason they thought it would be cool to put child's handprints all over the wall, but the paint is like all dripped down and stuff. So it's just, it looks like a horror movie, like everywhere you're at.
That's at the castle?
No. This is in Costa Rica at a insane asylum place that was close
Oh.
to where we lived. We went and checked that out one time.
It was
Whoa.
probably blood.
I hope so. It'd be
Those
dope.
places are pretty much haunted while they're in business, too. Half those people are probably just plagued by demons.
You think so?
Could be.
You mean did you say plagued or
Yes.
played?
Plague.
Plague.
Oh, it's like not even a human. It's just a demon. Like
Yeah.
goo goo gaga.
I want to ask you more about this sewer thing that you would climb down as a kid. How far down would you go? Like,
Well, it'd be
would you
like
go
all
like
the storm
miles?
sewers. So, for example, one of them was, where the Sheets is in town.
Yeah.
Went from there all the way up to
How'd you
Highland.
how'd you get in? You lift the manhole?
No, just like down by the intersection.
Dude,
just
where-
walk into the main
Oh yeah.
where they're like bigger, and then as you go, they just like continually shrink. I went from
Behind
there like all the way up to Highland School, which is pretty far, and I had to crawl out this tiny little storm gutter or storm drain. And then another one was a new construction neighborhood, and we went in there. That one was so at first you can like stand up the whole time while you're walking in there, but then there's this up on the wall. There's a tiny pipe, like
a foot and a half.
like foot and a half
They
or
can see it
so,
on the YouTube.
just barely shoulder width. And so me and two of my friends were just like, we'll call it worming
That's-
the way through this pipe. I was in the middle, so I was like freaking out. If one of them died, I wouldn't have been able to get out.
That's horrifying.
But we went for a long distance. It was pitch black, and we eventually came out into the middle of the lake, like the neighborhood lake, and could climb up the ladder into the middle of the storm drain in the lake. So that was pretty cool too.
And is that how you would access that ladder? Is you would have to climb through that pipe?
No, I think they would just take a boat.
Yeah, they're on the exit.
That's probably how.
Oh,
That
I
might
see.
be how they did it.
It's like
You know,
the
when-
overflow
before they
drain.
filled it, or like
Yeah.
while they were making the stuff. But
So
yeah, it's the overflow drain.
right by your townhouse, there is a giant entrance there as well. And you just said it, and it reminded me when I was like 11. My buddy lived in those townhouses as well, and we had gone down and explored those same places, but we only stayed in like the 4-foot spot because there's like water rushing through. So as you're like army crawling, there's no water coming. Like you're not dealing with sewage and stuff.
No, that one specific one was dry. The only spot that was ever like wet enough to kind of be nasty was up like the final part when we were crawling out of the drain, like up by the school. And that was questionable, but I'm sure it was
Why
just
were you
storm
doing
water.
this?
Dude, it was awesome.
Dude,
Can I also ask one
It's
thing?
like an underwater or underground.
Did people do
maze.
this? Like other people that you know of? Or like
I
was
did
it
it.
was it
Well, apparently
tagged?
Steve and his friends
Dude,
did
it's
too.
Was it tagged with graffiti? And
No,
So nobody does that really.
you
then?
would think it'd be completely full of graffiti.
Yeah, you would think.
Dude, when you're like a little kid though, you're an
No, that's like a
explorer.
magical. That's a magical place.
Yeah,
I think I was in high school
Oh,
or
I-
middle school. No, it's probably middle school.
I was 11, and dude, we ding dong ditched that Holiday Inn there. Like, I think it's a Holiday Inn, but we got too
How do
scared.
you ding dong ditch a hotel?
You go up and you knock on the door and you book it, and then like we got too scared, so we just started taking rocks and just chucking them at the doors. And then this dude who was jacked just came out and we booked it and turned around and he was following us. So we like ran across like up by the doctor's office and then around into one of the townhouses there. And we just like didn't even say anything to his parents. We just ran down to the basement and just hid for like 20 minutes. We were so scared.
Dude, one time,
dumb.
my friends and I, we all told our parents that we were at each other's houses for the night. And went and did something that we weren't supposed to do.
You
But
were
we
one of the
came back-
children that my parents weren't.
We slept in the car overnight behind a church. And then in the morning, we got up and went to the Hampton Inn and got some free continental breakfast. We were just like pretending to be on the phone, like, oh, yeah, we'll just meet you downstairs. and I don't know if they were onto us or not, but it was awesome.
Dude. Wow. We had different lives growing up.
Hey, Dan, where was your favorite spot to play guitar as a teenager?
Cemetery. The cemetery on the war memorial was a great spot.
Where's that?
It's like right in the center of the Warrenton Cemetery.
You would sit in the Warrenton
It's
Cemetery.
like
and play
it's like
guitar.
basically the Washington Monument with a giant circle around with all the people's names on it.
I have no idea where this is in
He
Warrenton.
would just sit in the cemetery and play guitar
It's a reflective spot.
like a creep.
With
Someone's
friends. With friends.
Oh, you weren't by yourself?
No.
Oh, that changes it a lot.
But one of those friends did run away and slept in there one night.
In there?
Why?
Yeah. He ran away a lot.
One of those.
Also slept in random buses,
Dude, we had kids.
school buses.
Man, yeah.
You had kids?
No, there were a bunch of kids in our neighborhood who were always running away. Just like constantly.
I grew up in a trailer park and we didn't run away. You can't get far.
Yeah.
Why can't you get far?
You get shanked, dude. You don't go out at night. No, we did.
I was gonna say, didn't you say like the community that you had in there was like awesome?
Yeah, no, it was chill.
Like you were like awesome. Like
Like the
everybody's,
only
tight.
thing was like right before we moved out, the person like 3 houses down got murdered. But other than that,
Really?
yeah. It
And
was
then the
like,
murderer was still your neighbor, and things were good after that?
well, I think it was a murder-suicide. So the murderer was my neighbor, but it was like not a lingering problem.
Yeah, it took care of
thankfully.
itself.
Right.
Wow, not a lingering. Wow.
So God rest his soul. But apart from that, yeah, there were spots that we weren't allowed to like ride our bikes to the back of the park because that's where all the drug deals and stuff went down. But like our front yard was like a giant football field and baseball field and playground and stuff. So it was chill. But there was a couple times that like my sister like turned the light off to go to bed after she was like changing or whatever. And then she heard people outside of her window like jumping the fence and like
So they were like watching.
they're
her.
like peeping toms, yeah. And so like
That's creepy.
yeah, I woke up one time and looked
That's-
out my window and like my next door neighbor, and this is just like a normal weird neighbor thing, but he's like looking in my window at me to see if I was awake to play with it. And stuff. And I have like I'm terrified now of people looking in windows at
So
me.
that Burger King commercial used to probably freak
the
you out.
worst. Yeah, there was a
Weird marketing.
Yeah, it is weird, dude.
Yeah.
We already talked about that, I think, on the pod.
Yeah,
how
probably.
weird that
But
was.
I think about it a lot.
there was a Scary Stories You Tell in the Dark or whatever. What's that book called? Is it Scary Stories You Tell in the Dark?
I've never
I
heard
don't
of
know.
this. I
You've
try
never
to I
seen
try
it?
to avoid scary stories at all costs.
Oh, dude, it's like a famous book that we're in. Anyway, one of them was like, it had to deal with that. Like this guy wakes up and looks out his window and he sees a zombie and like a corpse walking in the graveyard, and he tries to go back to bed and then he like wakes up again and he looks and it's like a little bit closer, and so he like starts freaking out. So he like pulls the covers over his head and he's like, gotta go to sleep, gotta go to sleep. Then he wakes up and like he can't sleep and he like peeks out and the thing's like staring in his window at him. It was so creepy. It was like
Why are we reading these stories?
dude, it was like they would read it to us in like 5th grade in school. Like it was brutal.
What's the moral of the
yeah,
story?
exactly. Better sleep with your eyes closed.
Dude, would you want to be around for a zombie apocalypse?
For a little while, probably. I think zombie apocalypse would be cool if there was like, if it was like like there was a goal, like you could fix it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If it's just
If
forever
it's,
survival.
If it's The Walking Dead, I'm not interested. I mean, I don't know if they've come up with like a resolution for that show. But I stopped watching it like a long time ago.
Same.
But
Fast zombies are what really get to me.
Oh, dude, I Am Legend.
No, World War Z.
World War Z.
Yeah, World War Z.
Dude, when they're like
Way too stressful.
creating a human,
Yeah. I never watched it again because it was
Ladder?
too much.
dude, it was pretty dope though. That was
Even just zombies on Call of Duty when the fast ones start coming,
Yeah.
it gets way too hard.
yeah, not for me,
Also, I'm terrible at that.
dude. I forgot that zombie mode existed. Is that still a thing?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Probably.
Brandon was really good at that.
Yeah, I got pretty far with him.
Yeah.
But he saved me the whole time.
Right, exactly. Dude's really good at video games. I don't think that I would want to see a zombie apocalypse. But you know what's funny about zombie apocalypses is any other time in human history, they would not be a big deal. Like I have a castle. Good luck.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like now we're just like
Also, no one knows how to
fight. Right.
and only a few people have weapons.
That's the scary thing about the zombie apocalypse is because it puts us into a
Right.
medieval mindset, and we've advanced so far past that. And so like Dan Carlin talks about this a lot, where it's like all throughout human history there have been factory resets on each civilization, and it goes back to square one, and we just haven't had one in a long time.
That was like that book I was telling you guys about with the EMP. Just
Yeah.
completely anything electric was gone, and it just basically went back to that.
Dude, that's my fear.
Which is could happen. That happened in 1 second.
Why hasn't there been a movie about that? Just one EMP, and then the chaos that would follow that immediately, because no one knows how to get fresh
I don't know.
water.
I feel like that'd be a great movie.
No one knows how to start a fire.
Yeah, everyone's dying so fast.
Right.
But the reason that book was written was because the government hasn't put up like sufficient defense against it.
Yeah.
At least that we know of.
Are you guys chit chatting?
Yeah.
Our producer. And
Well, my
Are you guys
wife.
still sending?
My wife asked me to blow out that candle, and so I just asked him to do it. Which kind of this whole conversation now about it ruins the tactic of texting.
a little inside baseball there.
yeah, yeah.
Where are we at with time?
Not enough, dude. I'm having too much
51 minutes.
Oh,
fun. Oh wow, really? Actually, not enough. I thought
that's really pulling the strings. Here.
So Ben's house almost burned down right before we got here
Allegedly,
because his brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
He seems like a nephew. Are you sure he's not your nephew?
No.
Is he married to his sister?
Allegedly.
What?
No. Ben married to his
I'm
sister.
married to his sister.
Yes. So
So
brother-in-law.
that's nephew.
Anyways, paper plate in the
Toaster oven.
toaster oven, bad idea.
Not good, bad fellows.
Not good, bad fellows.
Isn't that what the saying is?
What is that? What are you talking?
No idea what you're talking about.
Cool.
Want to hear a more boring stat?
Can't wait.
But also kind of interesting.
Dude, you're full of boring stats.
People that don't use cameras on Zoom meetings stick around, or 32% of them leave the business within a year compared to 18% that leave their business
Dude, that's
with the
interesting.
cameras on.
That is pretty interesting.
And I feel like it's because they're either checked out or because they just don't have the relationships with the people, right? Because they're all spread apart the country.
Yeah, but I don't use camera because I don't want them to like see me like in awkward. I don't like when I'm on camera like right now, like because I have so many like awkward tics and stuff that I don't.
Yeah, but if it was like, say, our group, you would probably have your camera on because you feel more comfortable with us. Which would be the same reasoning with a company. If you feel connected to your coworkers, you probably have a camera on. But if you don't, you have it turned off, and then that's just like a sign that you're probably going to lose that person
Interesting.
in a while before someone that does have their camera on.
Sure.
But
Or
that was a study from 40 million people. So
I
that's a
wonder
huge
also
study.
if that's like the demographic of like old people don't know how to turn their camera off, and they are also the more loyal, like millennials and Gen Z and stuff are like
True.
more self-seeking and whatnot, so they're less loyal, but they're also stop doing that face.
I'm just amazed that you even know what you guys are talking about it right now.
What do you mean? You don't know what Zoom
He
is?
doesn't know what is. There's no way he's ever been on a Zoom call,
It's just a video call.
Oh, so FaceTime?
Yeah.
but
But
it's
for,
like
like,
corporate.
Yeah, but with your company.
What's the old one?
Skype.
Skype. Yeah,
Ah, so close.
it's the new Skype.
Oh, okay. See, I thought Skype was the new one.
So-
I thought people were still Skyping.
Zoom was in charge or behind COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because their stock
They
price is
funded
like-
Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh,
Is
okay.
Bill Gates behind COVID?
Oh yeah.
Dude, Bill
Everyone knows that.
Tell
Bill
me.
Gates is kind of behind everything. When you're like him, that financial status, you could probably link him to like everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Explain to me what BlackRock is.
Isn't it just a giant hedge fund?
Yeah, they're a big investing company.
Is that they have a piece of everything?
Yeah.
And that's like supposed to be the
I'm-
Illuminati.
I'm
and
quite
stuff?
confident that they have a piece of like a lot of piece of everything. And they're buying up
Well-
all the private real estate now, right? They're buying up all the houses, trying to turn
I think they
everybody into
have
renters.
A ton of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. If you're mad about our real estate prices, be mad at BlackRock because they can just throw money at anything. So they drive the prices of our houses up, forcing everybody
Isn't
to be
there a
renters.
huge lawsuit against them for that?
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's
I think there
tons
is.
of them.
I think they were trying to break it up
That's what I'm wondering. Like, when does
because
a
they couldn't
monopoly-
make the low income housing because every time that existed, they would just buy it all.
right?
But how can you?
Genius.
I'm sure they are smart about getting around that.
Oh, dude, and you think that they don't own like all the politicians?
Right. Well, that's what's crazy is like Mexico just got their first female president. This is actually a funny thing I heard today, and I don't know how serious it is, but like she's a Jewish Mexican woman, and she became president of Mexico, and so she
That is funny.
no wait, like as soon as it happened, she like tweeted "Thank you, Jesus," and so she's getting all this crap from all the
Oh, wow.
Jewish people everywhere. Like, you're not a Jew. You're not. Well, what's wrong with you? Everything. And apparently, her husband's name is Jesus.
Oh no, that is so funny. Also, I want to say something about the BlackRock thing. I actually don't know anything about them.
So that's the. Apparently, she is also like a part of BlackRock, or there's like ties there and stuff. So
I'd work for BlackRock if they offered me a job.
this is our shout out,
Yeah.
friend of the pod.
You could probably apply online.
Yeah, I'd do it. I don't care.
If you guys want to sponsor a pod, we'll tell them anything you want to know about you.
Oh, speaking of which, we should do our ad read, which, tonight's pod actually is brought to you by the podcast Unsought Opinions. Steven?
Dude, Unsought Opinions is such a good podcast. We just friends of the show actually. They're pretty close with us, but they're
Pretty close.
trying to branch out a little bit. So if you want to share and like, but they've really put a lot of funding into supporting local podcasts like Unsought Opinions.
In fact, you could make the case that they fully funded our podcast.
In a roundabout way, I guess. Yeah, I would say that.
In roundabout, even directly.
So you know what? I love those guys.
Yeah, great guys.
Unsought Opinions. Check
Dang.
them out on YouTube. Check them out on Vizio, Roku.
Wait, seriously? Vizio?
Vizio.
Provided you have
Vimeo?
YouTube on your Vizio.
Didn't Walmart
CTV.
just buy Vizio?
Did they?
I think they did.
I don't know. But I'm
So
not
we're
done-
sponsored by
I'm
Walmart.
not done with the ad read. Anywhere you find your podcast, like, subscribe, and a hot take, tell someone about it. Unsought Opinions, friend of the show.
Yeah. Sweet.
And also, gutter guards. Dan?
Gutter guards, yes. I wish I had some right now because my gutters are just full of those little helicopter things. I thought it was cool at first. Then I realized they were seeds. Slugs are gumming up my gutters, just
I'd-
chomping away. They're not flying anymore. They're actually just causing a flood on my roof. So buy some gutter guards, and we could probably afford a new camera and stuff.
The idea that at first you thought your gutters being full with helicopters was cool. It's so funny. At first I thought it was cool. In no universe am I going to see my stuffed, packed gutters and think it's cool with any kind of sub-
there was so many of them there.
At first I thought it was cool.
Guys,
so
Ben always thinks I'm way funnier than I am, and I
No,
appreciate
dude.
it.
No, dude. that is gold.
What are the black and red bugs that apparently...
Ladybugs.
Lantern flies.
Yes, dude.
Oh.
I've gotten so many lantern flies, and I think it's because of my maple trees that give off the helicopters.
Well,
they're
they're also
like-
they're super invasive.
Wait,
They were
red
telling everyone to
tree
kill
does
them when you saw them.
They're everywhere. I have those like little solar power lights that's like 4 inches round circle, and the entire thing was covered in these freaking lantern flies. It was so gross. I want to throw up. So like I just mashed my light.
You mashed your light.
Are you
Dude,
saying?
I'm
Are
not
you
trying to kill
saying
him.
maple trees drop helicopters?
I think so.
I thought it was
Yeah.
poplar trees.
No, I think it is maple trees.
Oh man, see that's amazing.
I think
learned
that I
something.
learned that today because they were all around all my maple trees.
Oh wow.
What were? The helicopters or the lanterns?
Both. No, just helicopters. Although your brother-in-law is an arborist and he came out to my house and I was like, dude, there are these like creepy white alien things on my leaves on near this tree. What's going on with it? He's like, dude, those are aphids. You're an idiot.
You need ladybugs to eat them.
If a bug's life taught me anything.
I think you only saw an aphid in the credits. Oh no, the
No,
queen.
the
She was
queen
taking
had
care of
the
one.
aphid puppy.
But an aphid's not even a baby ant.
No, they were talking about it like
It was like a
dog.
daycare. No, the dog.
It literally barked.
The dog was Hopper's crazy brother on the leash.
No, that was like a wolf animal creature. The aphid, it was like the queen would like pet it. It was like her, you know how the Queen of
Yeah,
England
yeah,
has
yeah, I
the
know.
little Pomeranians? It
I'm
was the
familiar.
equivalent. Sorry, had.
What are we talking life? Yeah. So, anyway. Well, this week while you're out admiring how full your gutters are, no matter how cool it is a negative thing. Get your gutter guards and support the pod. Anything you want to add to that, Dan?
Thank you, Luke, for showing up.
Blessings, Luke.
We'll see you after all of our guest spots have come and gone. Until next time, at Unthought Opinions.